8 months ago, I made this video declaring my intention to radically change my life.
My new job title is filmmaker.
It was a pivotal moment for me. I was a little scared, and if I'm being honest, I wasn't entirely sure that I was making the right choice. I'm still not sure. I frequently wake up in a panic, thinking I'm wasting my time, deluding myself. I inevitably end up thinking that I should just dust off my resume and start applying for jobs, get back to being a responsible adult. Here's the thing about that. Fuck that shit. I can't do that. I won't do that. Trying to forge a new path for myself over the past 8 months since I made that video has been terrifying, but also exhilarating. And I've come to realize it's exactly what I need to be doing right now. Shortly after my father passed last year, I started thinking a lot about my own death. I realized that I have, best case scenario, maybe 15 years of real productivity left. And that's only if I stay healthy, if I'm lucky enough to live as long as he did. When he passed, I looked inward. And I asked myself if I wanted to spend the time I had left making money for people that don't really know me and certainly don't care about me or my family, or maybe it was finally time to reorient my life around the idea of finding and performing meaningful work. In case you haven't watched any of my earlier videos talking about this, I'll give you a quick Reader's Digest version of how I got here. I moved to LA in 1999 to expand my opportunities to work as an actor. Ironically, I decided a few weeks after I arrived that I was through with acting. At least I was through with pursuing acting as a career. It was a surprising realization since I had uprooted my entire life and cut short my burgeoning stage acting career in Seattle to move to LA with the sole purpose of continuing to pursue acting. But I realized, even though I was done with acting, I wasn't done with telling stories. That's when I realized I want to be a director. So I set about trying to make that happen. I had a limited amount of success. I got a handful of self-produced projects made, and I learned how to edit video. That new skill led to work, and I started making money editing. Before I knew it, I was a professional video editor. But I wasn't really a creative editor. I did what's called finishing or online editing. It's very technical. It doesn't involve much in the way of creativity. It wasn't really what I wanted to be doing, but I was in the industry and I got paid well. So, I had a young son and a mortgage. I just kept doing it. I tried to keep directing, but it was difficult to find the time since I had a very busy personal and professional life. Slowly, my dream of becoming a director just faded away, and I grew content with my professional situation. I had a union job with good pay, liked the people I worked with. I decided not to complain about a situation that probably looked enviable from the outside. But then in a matter of 3 years, 2 different companies I had been working for closed in rapid succession. My parents both died, and the WGA and SAG strikes in 2023 just torpedoed the LA-based entertainment industry. It also became painfully clear that AI was probably coming for my job. Seemed as good a time as any to take another shot at directing. So I decided I would not take another job in post, and I would focus on directing and making content, video content. Since then, I've learned virtual production using Unreal Engine. I made a short film with my wife using that technology. I've expanded this YouTube channel, and I've started a second YouTube channel. I've been writing a web series. I've partnered with another writer to make a trailer for his horror film with the intention of ultimately making a proof of concept short film for him, or maybe even a feature. Things are actually progressing. I'm making a lot of content. I have a lot of things on the horizon. Problem is, I'm not making any money at all. My YouTube channels are both growing slowly, but steadily. But neither of them is monetized yet, and neither of them seems even remotely close to getting there anytime soon. And I still have these moments of crushing self-doubt. Like I said, I frequently wake up panicking that I might be making a terrible mistake as I watch my savings dwindle, and I see few, if any, prospects of making money doing this. But I am still not going to give up. Because by doing this, I've finally chosen myself. By doing this, I've stopped utilizing my talents to make other people's dreams come true, and I'm finally using them to make my own dreams happen. But it's proving to be more than a little frustrating. Many, maybe even most days, I feel like I'm wasting my time, getting nowhere. And that's when I start feeling sorry for myself, and that's when the despair starts setting in. That's when I start getting depressed. Sometimes it's a little frightening. I feel like I'm a failure and always have been. I start saying things to myself like, if this was meant to happen for me, it would have happened already. Like I said, I just feel crushed by the weight of my own doubts. But then there's this other part of me that knows I'm on the right path and knows that doing this, pursuing my dream of making films for a living, is the only path for me anymore. There's this line by Henry David Thoreau that I can't get out of my head these days. Most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Before I started this journey last year, that was me. But these days, while I still feel a bit desperate, I also feel like I'm finally heading in the right direction. And then there's this other Thoreau quote that starts popping up. Keeps the despair out. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. I believe this is true. I have experienced it to be so. But it does require a lot of faith in myself and my abilities. And sometimes that's hard to find. But here I am, still trying, still believing that my dreams are possible. What else can I do? Give up? Hang myself from the fucking rafters? I'll never give up like that. I refuse to let despair take me. We spend so much time and energy in our lives chasing safety and security. We tell ourselves that having a steady job and paycheck will make us secure and safe. But the most secure job and all the money in the world will not save you from death. You have a limited amount of time in this life. And I think the best use of that time is finding the things that make you feel present and alive, that give your life meaning. Purpose. What does that actually mean, though? I think first and foremost, it means finding the people that make you feel loved and valued and make space for them in your life, because they will be there for you at your lowest lows and they will share the joy of your highest highs. I also think that it means, at least for me, finding work that motivates you to get up every day, something that helps you find purpose and joy. It doesn't mean work that's easy or even pleasant. Easy pleasures don't make life meaningful. In my experience, they actually inhibit a search for deeper meaning. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. That's a quote from Viktor Frankl. He's an Austrian Jew, student of Sigmund Freud, psychologist, served time in concentration camps during the Holocaust. He's also the author of one of my all-time favorite books, Man's Search for Meaning. If you haven't read it, you absolutely should. It's got some profound insights on the role of finding purpose in your life. And that, as the Mandalorian says, is the way.